What is up, career launch course students? When it comes to academic and career interests, mine really stemmed from just an interest that I had in how money flows in and out of the world. So that's where my initial interest in my first major came in. I first majored in economics, but however, I decided that finance may be a better way to do it because instead of understanding the entire system of economics in terms of different countries, I wanted to focus on a business's perspective and how a business's flow of money can influence how they run their business.
I did a lot of research and I took a lot of time seeing what careers were really out there for me that I would want to put my interest into and put my time into. Through a lot of trial and error, I have decided that I'm going to be going into urban and regional planning. But what I did learn is that it's okay to do something different than everybody else. The resources are still there for you.
I've been able to find educational and career interests through the different classes that I've taken.
I'm making connections on campus with faculty and staff whose passions aligned with mine. Through this, I was able to gain opportunities within different areas on campus, whether it had to do with student affairs, academics, or athletics. I truly just think it's important to differentiate the people in your corner as they may be able to spark an interest in you.
Taking my assessment on Pathway U is what we use.
I'm currently studying abroad in Sevilla, Spain, and interning as well as a marketing intern at Bengala, Spain. All of my experience that I've gained from my semester abroad interning, I will be using during the digital badging process, which I think is just an absolute great way to make sure you're one step ahead of all the other applicants.
Right away, I looked into what clubs and organizations the school had, and I decided to get involved with Best Buddies, which works with people with intellectual and developmental disabilities.
So I have had an on-campus job, which was at the Amica Center for Career Education. In my time there, honestly, I got the opportunity to meet a bunch of people, to really grow my network, but also to help a bunch of students reach their career paths. And then I've also been involved in a few clubs and organizations here on campus. So I held an e-board position for Black Women's Blueprint. And then I was also involved in the American Marketing Association. And then I'm also a part of the Women's Network. And lastly, I am a part of Bryant Builders, which is our Lego club here on campus, and I do all the marketing for that. Sophomore year, I was able to get an internship with Snowflake, which is a tech data company. And then this past summer, I was able to intern at Amica Insurance, and I did email marketing for them. I got to work with a lot of cool new softwares, and ultimately having that experience and having the Snowflake experience along with just being here at Bryant, all the group work you will do, all the connections you will make has really helped me.
There are multiple ways in order to obtain an internship. I've used resources that the Amica Center was able to provide to us called Handshake. The best way that I would say to go about getting an internship or getting a job is 1, do independent research. 2, develop places where you think you might work. Is there a certain company that you like as a result of the products that they put out or the services that they provide or the company culture or all those things? Yes, potentially see if there are open positions.
From the internship, I learned a lot about project management. I focused mostly in construction, and I was able to meet and make a lot new connections as well as confirm all the Pathway U interests, values, personalities, and beliefs. As opposed to when I first came into Bryant, I thought I wanted to be a marketing major.
I'm trying to bring a product to the market, and my professors have really helped me excel in that by helping me find manufacturers and investors and just helping me get to that next step.
For experiential, educational interests, I've been able to take advantage of different involvement opportunities such as student government, a fraternity, and clubs such as a collegiate entrepreneurs organization to really understand the different functions and how different organizations operate and what different tasks are for those who have different roles such as president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer. I've also been able to utilize the Career Center in learning about different internship and career opportunities that I can go into that are related into the finance field.
So my class unfortunately came to Bryant during the COVID-19 pandemic, and I feel like we all joined clubs and organizations to 1, feel a sense of normalcy again, but to also get the feel of campus life. And through this, we were able to network with one another, but not only that, but through each organization providing us with endless networking opportunities.
I think that just the opportunities and the networking that Bryant offers is very special than what other universities have.
Connections can be found anywhere. They don't all have to be found here at Bryant. You have friends and family that I'm sure have connections, and you never know, one conversation could lead to a future career that you weren't expecting.
And the first development of my interest in project management was reaching out to those in the field with just the start of a phone call. And taking that step and initiative landed me connections and an internship that I had this past summer.
I found it to be very, very important to network. I got my internship this past summer with the municipality doing planning and development, and I got that through network. It's something that I hear a lot of my friends say in class is that they wish they started networking sooner. So you don't have to be networking with big companies that you think you might want to work for, but network with a professor that you'd love to stay in touch with. They can help you down the line.
As a result of not family ties, but connections that I have in relation to my family and other students on this campus, I was able to obtain an ESG internship.
The Amica Center has 2 career fairs a year, one in the fall semester and one in the spring semester called the Winter Career Fair. I've had a great time networking at these events. The career fair is just a great way just to get your resume out there before you start putting in those applications, because sometimes that is a really tricky and scary process, but the Amica Center, through the networking and the career fairs, really makes it a simple, easy process.
Now as a senior. And so this fall, when I came back to campus, I went right back to the Amica Center and talked to one of the career coaches. And we sat down, talked about things that I liked from my internships, talked about things that I didn't like, talked about things that I liked from the classroom, just to pinpoint exactly what I wanted to do in the future. And I am happy to say that as of last week, I have accepted an offer with Epsilon, where I will be in their new grad program as an associate account executive.
Ever since freshman year, when I walked through those doors, the Amica Center has been nothing but absolute help for me. They helped me make my resume, get me prepped for interviews. They've encouraged me to go to the career fairs and the various other activities and events that they do have planned on campus, which encouraged me to apply to be a career advocate. And so now I'm able to help students with the same things that they helped me in the past. And we have drop-in hours from 11 to 2 every single day of the week. So you can just pop in between classes. There's no appointment needed. And it's just a great time and place. It's very chill just to get your resume all checked out.
So ultimately, Bryant has boundless opportunities for you. All it takes is taking the leap, take the jump. Don't be scared. Ask the questions, get involved, get outside of your comfort zone, and ultimately, you can really shape and mold your future to be what you want it to be. And best of luck to all of you.
Really start now, because the earlier you start, the better. I was able to find a career path that I know I'm going to love going into through patience and effort. And you guys can do it too. Good luck.